Greetings, friends. I am the Doctor of Energy, and I am here casting out fear and sending you miraculous energy. Energy that cannot be interrupted. Energy that is inseparable from our divine source, God. Energy which will flood you and flow over you and fill you with all love, joy, and peace until you can create, invent, innovate, construct, and fulfill every single dream which you have. And I, from my heart now, send you that love, an overwhelming warm love, and I hug you with an immortal hug. With it is the warmest hug you could ever imagine. I give you that hug now and tell you that I'm sending you the energy to create your dream, the energy to recognize that your dream is already fulfilled and you already have it and it is already with you. And let us just move into it. Oh, yes, would let us know that in the indestructible, immortal mind of God, our divine source, our dreams already live and breathe and march and walk and in great victory. And it is He is only awaiting our recognition of that. And we live and move and have our being in that infinite divine source God. And our mind is enmeshed with Him. Our mind flows within that infinite mind, and our mind is inseparably a part of that infinite mind. And we utilize our five senses to control this physical body and the things which we do. Utilizing the physical body, the memory we need to utilize the physical body to control the eyes and our hearing and so forth, and to have basic memory. But we have mental abilities that go way beyond those five senses, and we need to turn and recognize those and realize everything from our greater intuitional power to our greater sixth sense and all the other thousands of senses which we have been granted. We have been granted a vision that can see all through the universe. We've been granted an energy that can produce all things, and we have been granted all those senses which can recognize all things. We can be all things, recognize all things, do all things, and we can receive the end result of our dreams right now. We have all of your dreams are now present with you, and everything which you dream that is in that dream or vision is yours right now. All you have to do is recognize it. And so let us recognize it, march toward it, and receive it. And I am here to give you all of the ideas that you need to do that and to give you a step-by-step approach to recognizing all of this energy and all of the healing power, the ability to raise people up, to raise them out of their illness, to raise them out of their depression, to put them on the victorious ground of reaching their dreams and becoming prosperous and becoming abundant. That's what I'm here for. And I am the doctor of that energy that does all those things. I am the doctor of the recognition of our divine source, which has already granted your dreams. So what do we need to do? We need to look at our dreams and say, I am going to increase that dream 100 times what it is, because I know that no matter how large I raise that dream, our infinite source God is here to provide all of the answers to it and is here to show us the way to achieve every single part of that dream. Every good and constructive and energetic and healing energy is already present within us and is already put within us before we came into this earth. And we are on a mission to reach out into this world and demonstrate those things. We're on a mission to raise people up. We come into this world as healers to heal people and to raise them out of all illness and to lift them up to all prosperity and abundance. And I am here to cast out your fear of abundance. I am here to cast out your fear of prosperity. I am here to cast out your fear of all illness and sickness and disease, and to open your spiritual eyes to the existence of all harmony and health. God, our source divine mind, is all harmonious and perfect and full of every healing ideal, and is totally has total, infinite, inseparable health, and that inseparable, indestructible, overcoming health flows within us, along with the infinite mind which we are enmeshed with and one with, also flows that infinite, inseparable, indestructible, immortal healing health, that immortal health. The immortal health is one with us now. We are one and inseparable from that immortal health. But we have to get out of the five senses and turn to those divine senses which are ours and have been given to us, awaiting our recognition. And as we do this, we will recognize that health that is now with us. We will recognize that perfection that is now ours. And I want to take you through all of this in a way which will be easy for you to understand. And if you just listen to my videos, it'll all flow in you just as easy and nice as anything that you could ever imagine. And let us now begin to rejoice about all this and learn, truly learn what we already have, and truly recognize all the abundance and prosperity which we already have, and all the energy which is now flowing in us. Let us learn about all of the divine power which we have. And yes, we have a huge amounts of divine power. We have creativity such that we can, is far beyond our imagination. We have ability to do things which are far beyond the imagination of anything that we would ever think of if we're only looking through the five senses and looking around at the normal things which most people look at. But there are joys and happinesses, and there are immeasurable products and dreams. But we need to get the idea, the full idea in our mind of just how much creative power we have. We have to get the full idea of all the energy which we now have. And then we're on our way to creating that empire that we want to create, to achieve the dreams we want to create, to have, be, and do, and have everything which we've always wanted to have. Let us realize now how huge all this is and how marvelous all this is, and realize it to the point that we can rejoice, that we can jump and shout and dance about it and really have a good time about it, and know that it is all true in a way which will affect everything we do. You know, get that down. Know that it's all true in a way that will affect everything you do. And then when you do that, everything you do will be marching toward achieving that dream. And that dream cannot be held back. Oh, yes, we can blow that power that we have. We have the divine source that provides every inspiring ideal that we need, that will give you everything you need to create whatever you want to create, to do to write your books, to paint your paintings, to engineer your anything that you want to engineer, to construct any building you want to construct, to build a nice home that you want. All the things that you want have within our divine source, which is present with you now, all of the ideas and all of the power and all of the energy and everything that goes into it is there now and belongs to you. So your dreams are not just dreams, they are the reality coming to you and saying, here is what belongs to you, and it's the divine source God which has given you that dream. And that dream is our divine source God speaking to you, telling you that you have those things already, and he's making the effort to get you to march toward it. And that's what the dreams are. That's what our dreams and our visions are. We have those because they're placed there by our divine source God. And so what then do we need to do at this point? Now that we have the idea in mind that our dreams are now ours, the next step is to allow this realization to energize you and to allow it to form a humongous amount of energy that will literally flow out of you and sparkle and scintillate from you and be all over you. And we need to realize that there is nothing that needs to be added in order for us to achieve that dream, but to realize that it is all in our recognition of who we are and what we have already now. So we need to be still now. And the next step is to be still in reflective thought, and you will be granted the awareness to see the total presence of all of this substance and energy and power and ability and abundance. You'll be able to see just exactly how your dream is going to take place, and you'll be able to see your inseparability from it as clear as you see the sunlight come up in the morning. You'll see the inseparability that you have with that dream being achieved and how it's going to come about, and all the power and energy will be given to you to do it. It's going to overwhelm you in how much greater all this substance is, and how much greater that dream, how much greater you're going to actually achieve than what that initial dream was. And see, this is one of the things we don't realize. We realize as we march towards that dream, it's going to increase and enlarge, and we're going to receive far more than in that initial dream, because at that point we had that dream. You see, we did not have the capacity or the recognition or the understanding of our divine source or any of those other things to even have a large dream, not to the extent which we could have. And so now, in the process of marching toward that dream, we keep increasing it as we go. And then we just pass plumb across that initial dream and go into far more dreams. You have a vision of one type of empire, but the empire that you're actually going to achieve is far larger than that empire you could have ever imagined. You have the image, the vision of reaching out into the world to a certain extent, but you're going to reach out much farther and much more incomparable and much better and greater than you had ever dreamed to begin with. You're going to accomplish more than you could ever possibly have dreamed about, more than you could write down, more than you could stop and think of, more that you could reflect on now. Is going to happen for you as you begin to march towards these things. If we only turn to our divine source and begin to recognize that these things belong to us now. So let us be energized. Let us receive creative thought. Let us be victorious, and let us have that dominion and understanding. And I will talk to you on the next video, and it won't be very long till the next video. Have a good evening.